Welcome to the English Binh Phuoc radio, television stations and newspaper. And here are the headlines for today. Ceremony held to hand over works of President. Binh Phuoc's agro-forestry-fishery productions value rises 15.8%. Technological transfers key to boosting agricultural productions. Ladies and gentlemen, effective measures to respond to harsh weather conditions and support farmers in developing value chains help Binh Phuoc province post 15.8% growth in agro-forestry-fishery production value in 2022.
Binh Phuoc's agro-forestry-fishery production value topped 34.59 trillion Vietnam dong last year, a year-on-year increase of 15.8% and representing 109.7% of the annual plan. The province also saw 73 out of 86 communes become new style rural areas, with 21 meeting criteria on advanced new style rural areas. The local animal husbandry sector was developed into value chains and attracted investments from a wide range of major corporations. Binh Phuoc is now home to 469 animal husbandry farms, 65% of which are enclosed and have cold barns, and several large-capacity animal feed production plants and poultry processing plants. The plantation of perennial trees also met targets, with 152,000 hectares of cashew nuts, more than 248,000 hectares of rubber, and over 13,800 hectares of pepper. The province also developed value chains for 3,000 hectares of cashew nuts and 3,200 hectares of organic cashew nuts.
The Provincial Department of Science and Technology has given top priority to furthering the applications of advanced technology in agricultural production, as these are key to enhancing efficiency in the sector.
A wide range of science and technology missions were carried out in 2021-2022 with a view to developing clean and organic agriculture. The agricultural production value from high-tech farming models were 40 to 50 times higher than from traditional models. The department also built multi-cropping models that have created stable livelihoods for farmers, especially those in border areas, areas with difficulties, and localities inhabited by ethnic minority groups. It also piloted new plant and animal varieties on local land and introduced safe measures to prevent disease, to improve productivity, and boost farmer incomes.
The Dong San Organic Agriculture Cooperative in Đắc Nhau Communes, Budang District, has worked to attract the participations of ethnic minority people and ensure they have stable incomes.
With 250 ethnic minority members, Dong San Cooperative has the largest number in Binh Phuoc province. They farm an area of some 820 hectares. 2 years ago, 500 hectares of cashew nut land of 140 households met the organic standards of the USDA, the EU, and JAS. With this recognition, the cooperative won a contract to sell 1,900 tons of cashew nuts to the Organic Small Company Limited. Dong San Cooperative has maintained training courses on organic cashew nut planting and harvesting for farmers and organized internal examinations of its organic cashew nut area and kept a close watch on the remaining cashew nut land. The cooperative salted cashew nuts have been recognized as a 3-star OCOP product. The cooperative also focused on intensive processing and engaged in value chains, helping generate jobs and improve member incomes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presidential office hosted a ceremony in Hanoi on February the 4th to hand over work between former President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc and acting President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân.
The presidential office hosted a ceremony in Hanoi on February 4th to hand over work between former President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc and acting President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân. On behalf of the Political Bureau, Politburo member and permanent member of the party's Central Committee Secretariat Võ Văn Thưởng attended and delivered a speech at the ceremony. Thưởng emphasized that Phúc was assigned by the party, state, and people with many important tasks. In all circumstances and positions, Phuoc carried forward the sense of responsibility and showed his revolutionary enthusiasm to fulfill the task, Thường said. Speaking at the ceremony, Phuoc clearly stated that looking back the entire process of studying and working over the past more than 50 years, in any position, he has been always loyal to the party, fatherland and people, made every effort to study, work, and train himself, and completed all the tasks assigned by the party and state. At the ceremony, Acting President Phó Thị Anh Xuân thanked Phuoc for his support and assistance, and expected that with his brain power and valuable experience, he will make more contributions to the party, people, and country.
Despite decreases in both imports and export, the country still enjoys a trade surplus of $3.6 billion in the first month of 2023, according to the General Statistics Office.
The office reported that in the month, total import-export turnover reached over $46.5 billion, with exports dropping some 21% to $25 billion, and imports falling 29% to nearly $21.5 billion. While the domestic sector saw a trade deficit of over $1 billion, the foreign invested sector, including crude oil, posted a surplus of $4.64 billion. Experts attributed the result to the long New Year and Lunar New Year, Tet holidays, which were all in January, reducing the number of working days. Last year, the Tet holiday fell in February. The GSO reported that the manufacturing processing sector earned the highest export revenue, accounting for nearly 90% of the country's total. In January, the U.S. remained the biggest importer of Vietnamese goods with a revenue of about $7.6 billion, while China was the biggest exporter to Vietnam with over $8 billion.
The Client Mathematics Institute announced on January the 27th that Phạm Tuấn Huy from Vietnam would be appointed as a Client Research Fellow for a 5-year period beginning from July the 1st.
Tuấn Huy is among former students of the Gifted High School of Vietnam National University in Ho Chi Minh City. He previously won 2 gold medals at the International Mathematical Olympiad, or IMO, in 2013 and 2014. The Ho Chi Minh City native achieved a bachelor's degree in mathematics and a master's degree in statistics from Stanford University. He is set to receive his PhD at Stanford University this year. Huy is currently a 4th-year PhD student maturing in mathematics at Stanford University. At present, Huy has published a total of 28 papers in international journals on mathematics. He became the first Vietnamese to receive the Clay Research Fellowships, an award for young mathematicians who have just graduated or are about to graduate with a doctorate. In addition, he is the second Vietnamese person to receive the honor of the CMI after Professor Ngô Bảo Châu in 2004.
The Vietnam Airlines Group, including Vietnam Airlines, Pacific Airlines, and Vasco, serves 2.4 million passengers on over 14,500 domestic and international flights from January the 6th to the 29th, which were the peak seasons of Lunar New Year or Tet holidays.
Compared to the same period 3 years ago, the number of passengers served by Vietnam Airlines increased by some 20%. January 29th is the busiest day for the group, with 93,000 arrivals on 550 flights. It was followed by January 18th, with nearly 800,000 passengers and some 500 flights. Though the number of flights increased, Vietnam Airlines' on-time performance remained high, at about 90%. To ensure good services during the holiday, the group took a number of solutions, from making the most of wide-body aircrafts and increasing night flights, to enhancing ground staff, and promoting online check-ins. Until February 5th, the group suggested passengers check in online, arrive at the airport 2 hours before departure for domestic flights, and 3 hours for international flights.
And that's all for today on Binh Phuoc Radio Television Station and Newspaper News. Once again, thanks for watching and goodbye for now.